Only 5. Okay, that's going to be tricky, but I'll try. The 5 best Bond stunts. Well, that really is tricky because there are so many to choose from. But on number 5, I would pick the crocodile stunt from Live and Let Die, performed by Ross Kananga, who owned that crocodile farm they were filming on. And this was particularly tricky because what you see on the screen, they are not plastic crocodiles, they were real. So Ross Kananga did that 5 times. It took actually 5 takes to do it, and in the behind the scenes footage on the DVD and the Blu-ray, you can see how that stunt was attempted. And it was not an easy stunt. So I admire what Ross Kananga did there, and that's why it's one of my favorite stunts. Yeah. Say about it what you will, but The World Is Not Enough is one of my favorite Bond films, and I particularly love the opening sequence with the Q-boat and the Sunseeker and the chase down the Thames. And one of my favorite stunts is actually in that sequence. It is the barrel roll, when the Q-boat drives towards the Sunseeker full speed and the cigar girl is firing on Bond, and you just see the little jet boat steered by Gary Powell, the beast of Bond stunts. He's really such a great guy, and he is the expert for these kinds of things. And he steers the Q-boat onto the Sunseeker, performs a barrel roll, and they had these Vickers air mortars attached to the side of the boat so that he could do that. And I saw wonderful behind the scenes footage. Some of it is on the DVD and on the Blu-ray. And this is just a magnificent stunt. It's short, but, well, it's a 360-degree barrel roll. So, this is something. Quite an achievement. Gary Powell. Thumbs up, Gary Powell. You're the man. Top 3. Well, I gave this a lot of thought. You have to, when you only have a top 5. I would have rather gone for a top 10 because there are so many great stunts in the Bond films. We have 25 films, and the stunt work is always of such a high quality. But for top 3, I would have to say Casino Royale, the Aston Martin DBS role, which was performed by stunt driver Adam Curley. And it gave the Bond production an entry into the Guinness Book of World Records because the car rolled over 7 times. And they did that with a sufficient amount of speed. I think it was going 125 or 130 kilometers per hour. And the car didn't roll over on itself. There was an air cannon that was fired so that the car could start its spin. And, well, just let this go through your head. 130 kilometers per hour. That's German Autobahn speed, on which the car hit that air cannon and was propelled into the air and rolled over 7 times. Kudos to the stunt driver Adam Curley, really. This is a fantastic stunt. It looks good on film, it has good sound effects, and that's why it's my top 3. It's a daredevil stunt to do. Now, because of the significance of that other stunt that I put on number 1, the GoldenEye dam bungee jump is my number 2. That was really a great thing. It was the first Bond film I saw in the cinema, and as you know, the bungee jump is the opening of the film. It happens right in the beginning, and the stunt was performed by Wayne Michaels, doubling for Pierce Brosnan. And it was performed on the Versaska Dam in Switzerland. It's a 220-meter high dam. I've been there. It's really a magnificent place to be of Bond history when you've grown up with Bond, and just looking down, it gives you the creeps. I mean, your stomach turns automatically, and just to think what must have gone through Wayne Michaels' head before he attempted that jump. I mean, of course, Wayne Michaels is an experienced stuntman, but with bungee jumping, so many things can go wrong, like wind blowing you off or something, or even worse things. I don't even want to imagine, and I'm not an expert on it. I've never done it, but this was a stunt that looked particularly good in the cinema, and it was filmed in slow motion and in one take. So that shows you the level of stunt work that the Bond films have. They do these kinds of things sometimes in one take. If that isn't admirable and worthy of a top 2, I don't know what is. My number 1 is probably pretty obvious. It's the Union Jack parachute jump from The Spy Who Loved Me, performed by Rick Sylvester, also a very experienced stuntman, and has been working on a lot of Bond films. This was actually filmed by John Glenn's second unit, who wanted to do the ski base jump, as Rick Sylvester called it, in Lauterbrunnen, where On Her Majesty's Secret Service was filmed in Switzerland. But they found that the height of the jump of the mountains with 220 meters or something around 200 meters wasn't high enough to perform this jump, so they looked for an alternative and found Mount Asgard in the Baffin Mountains in Canada. And Rick Sylvester performed that jump, and John Glenn had 3 cameras rolling, but only one camera managed to get the actual stunt on film. The helicopter cameraman, he failed to film it, and the second camera failed to film it, but the third one did. And it captured the stunt in full, and it was not without danger, because when you look closely at the scene, you can see the skis coming off, and one ski is actually pretty narrowly missing the parachute. This could have been really, really, really dangerous. It could have had a bad ending, so to speak. That's why I love that stunt so much. It is daring. It is just so quintessentially British, with this Union Jack parachute and then fading into the song. It's just fantastic. It is a key stunt. It is defining for Bond. When you see that, you know it's Bond. And it has been copied many times. It has been in parodies and whatever. And this is really my top number 1 stunt. It's a bit obvious, but well, as I said, there have been so many good stunts, but this one really stands out. It's fantastic work. Stunt team of the Bond films. There is no other, really.